सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. Page 115, verse 12. यदद्वयं ज्ञानमतीव निर्मलम् महात्मनां तत्र न शोकमोहता तयोरभावे न हि कर्म जन्म वा भवेदयं वेदविदां विनिश्चयः. Vedavidam Nishchayaha. Shankaracharya want to say, this is not my teaching, talking about Sakshi Swarupam, which Sakshi Swarupam is one's own nature. This understanding is the right understanding, right knowledge about reality. It is said by great Mahatmas, the knowers of the Vedanta. Vedavidam means the one who knows the limitations of Veda Purva, Karma Kanda, and the one who knows the importance of Vedanta for final Purushartha, Moksha Purushartha. Vedavidam Nishchayaha. Nishchayaha means conclusion, declaration or final verdict. Vedavidam Nishchayaha. What is the Nishchayaha? Mahatmanam shoka mohata nasti. For wise people, Mahatmanam, for those wise people, Mahan Atma Yasya Saha. Tesham. That means whose minds are reveling in Atma Swarupam, who transcends Nama Rupa, they are all called Mahatmas. Transcending Nama Rupa means those who falsify the Nama Rupa. That Nama Rupa belongs to matter, Prakriti, Jada Prakriti. That is only an appearance. Savikaram, changing all the time. Maya. Behind that who is enlivening that Prakriti Maya, that is Brahman. That Brahman alone is Satyam. That is our nature. In that Brahman, there is no Shoka, Moha. That Brahman is called Advayam. Tatra ko moha kosho kashokaha ekatvam anupashyataha. Ekatvam means Advayam. The one who recognizes that uniform Brahman. Tatra, when they know that Advayam, Jnana Swarupam, Jnanam means consciousness, pure consciousness, Samanya Jnanam, pure consciousness, pure existence. Advayam, secondless, non-dual, consciousness, Ativa Nirmalam, pure in its nature, illumines everything without illumining by anything. That is Sunirmalam, illuminator of everything without requiring any other illumination for that. That is Swayam Jyotihi. Tatra, for that people, Shoka Moha na bhavati. Mahatmanam, whoever identify themselves with that non-dual Brahman Ahamasmi, Advayam Brahma Ahamasmi, Sunirmalam Brahma Ahamasmi, Jnanaswarupam Brahma Ahamasmi. That Mahatmas, how they can have Shoka Moha? No Shoka, no Moha. Vidyate Hridaya Grandhihi, Chidyante Sarva Samshayaha, Chiyante Chasya Karmani, Tasmin Drishte Paravare. Tayoho Abhave, when this Shoka and Moha both are not there, Abhave, na karma na janma. So for janma, karma is the cause. For karma, janma is the cause. For both of them, what is the cause? Ajnanam is the cause. Ajnanam because of that Shoka Moha. Once Ajnanam has gone, Shoka Moha has gone. When Shoka Moha both are not there because there is no Ajnanam, where is the question of karma and janma? So karma and janma, I am born, I have karma, I have punya karma, I have papa karma, sanchita karma, agami karma. All these, when you talk, as long as you have ignorance, you talk about them. Once ignorance goes, all these are not relevant at all. These words are fun. It is just funny to talk about all of them. As long as Ajnanam is there, Shoka Moha will be there. Shoka Moha because of karma, prarabdha karma, agami karma, sanchita karma, hidor karma, karma and tala adichikardena because of ignorance. Janma karma na bhavet. There is no possibility of birth and death. That birth caused karma also won't be there. Ayam Veda Vidam Vinishchayaha. This is the conclusion of wise people. Up to here we saw in the last class shloka number 13. Sushuptavajjagratiyo na pashyati Dvayam tu pashyannapi chadvayatvatah तथा च कुर्वन्नपि निष्क्रियश्चयः स आत्मविन्नान्य इतिह निश्चयः. Very important shloka. What Acharya want to say, one has to see this waking world experience as dream experience. Just as you are experiencing the dream, similarly you are experiencing another dream which is called as waking world experience. If you don't see like that, Acharya telling, if you don't see like that, you are not seeing properly in artham. Kannula edo problem irukku en artham. Kannanna gnanam drishti. There is no gnana drishti ityarthaha. Pashyannapi sushupta vat jagrati yo yaha na pashyati. Dvayam pashyannapi advayatvatah. There is no difference between, here sushupta means dream. Sushuptavat jagrati. The jagrat world is just like dream. Adi pratibhasika satyam, this is vyavaharika satyam. That is projected reality, this is relative reality. Therefore, both of them are unreal only. Both of them are unreal only. Na pashyati dvayam. Dvayam means dream world and waking world. Dream experience as dream experience, so the waking world experience. Pashyannapi cha advayatvatah na pashyati. They are both are non-different. Both are one and the same. Both are one and the same. No difference kadayadu. Tatha cha kurvannapi nishkriyascha. Kurvannapi, even though I am performing an action. Atma nishkriyaha. Karmanya karmaya pashyet. Akarmani cha karmayah. Really speaking, I am not the doer. I, the Atma, lend sentiency to the Antakaranam. Borrowing the sentiency from me, the Antakaranam is the Karta Bhokta. Pramata also. I am neither doer, nor enjoyer, nor knower. Really speaking. This Pramatahood, this doerhood, this enjoyerhood, all are superimposed upon me, the Atma Chit, because of this Chidabhasa, who is originally Pramata, who is originally Karta Bhokta. Because of Ajnanam, Adhyasa, I am superimposing them upon me. I am neither knower, nor seer, nor enjoyer, nor doer. So that is belong to the Ahankara. Chidabhasa sahisa antakaranam. Ahankara. Therefore, originally I am non-doer. Nishkriyaha. Nishkriyaha aham. Kurvannapi. In spite of doing, who is doing? Because of my blessing only, Chit blessing only, Chidabhasa makes the Antakaranam to do. Antakaranam has got Chidabhasa Sahita Chaitanya. So Chidabhasa Antakaranam. Chidas Sabhasa Antakaranam. Appu sollam. Because Antakaranam Sukshma Sriram by itself is Jadam. It cannot do anything. So Sabhasa Antakaranam only can do anything. Jadam Porul, it cannot do anything. It cannot do any action. Either thinking or walking, talking or any action for that matter, it cannot do anything without my blessing. So I give Chit, Amsha, RC. I bless the Jada Antakaranam with RC. Having taken RC from me, the OC Chit, RC is borrowed by Antakaranam. Then Antakaranam becomes what? Pramata, knower, doer, enjoyer, seer, walker, talker, eater, everything. But all of them are superimposed upon me. Instead of saying, my Antakaranam is the knower. My Antakaranam, Sabhasa Sahita Antakaranam is the doer. It is only enjoying through the body-mind complex. இப்படி சொல்லாமல் என்ன சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கோம்? I am the knower, I am the doer, I am the enjoyer. Now you see, have you got the point? Very easily we superimpose. Adhyaropam, adhyastam, superimposed. Now, kurvannapi, in spite of doing motherly duties, I am doing my duties to my son and daughter as a mother. Am I really a mother? Motherhood, that hood is borrowed in the Antakaranam by me, the Chit. Chidabhasa is false. Chidabhasa Sahita Antakaranam is also false. Chidabhasa Sahita Antakarana Pramata hood, doer hood, enjoyer hood also must be false. Everything is false. Who is real? Chit Chaitanyam Aham Eva Satyam. If I don't know this, I take this motherhood, fatherhood, knowerhood, doerhood, enjoyerhood, ellame real. They all fluctuate. They are all changing. Savikaram. Then I also get into trouble. You cannot change them. You cannot keep them changeless. They are always changing. Therefore, see those changing attributes happening in the Anatma body-mind complex as they are changing. Remember that you are changeless Sakshi Chaitanyam, watching the changing Anatma body-mind complex. Every role is like that. That's why rolling with the role. Vesham. Vesham Madri Tirile Swamini. That means you are acting very nicely in Ardham. You are acting so nicely in Ardham. If you remember that you are acting, it is a Vesham, there is no problem. If you do not know that you are acting, you are putting the Vesham, the Chit, lending Chidabhasa, making the inert mind active, sentient, and playing the role. If I know, remember, knowing is not sufficient. I have to remember. When other person is fighting with me, suppose, quarreling with me, creating problems, immediately I have to remember. Nalla drama. Nanna irke serial. Apadi sollano. But unfortunately, we never say it is drama, it is serial. So instead of saying it is serial, we become so serious. Because we give reality, therefore we become serious. Then afterwards, again, next class, open this. Oh, I have forgotten. Again, we recollect, we remember. Again, situation comes, we forget. Therefore, here he says, Kurvannapi nishkriyaha yaha saha atma atmavit. That person alone is atmavit. Who? I am really non-performer. I am not really a doer. I am not doing anything. Really speaking, I cannot do anything. Apani padam. I don't have any pani pada, vagindriyam, nothing. Therefore, nishkriyaha. I am nishkriyaha in spite of doing. Karmani akarmayah pashyet. Yaha saha. The one who knows Atmavit, that person alone is the knower of Atma. Na anyaha. Not any other person. Na anyaha. Only this, whoever knows, he is called Atmavit. Other person is Anatmavit only, not Atmavit. He is not the knower of Atma. Whoever knows Atma, I am Nishkriyaha. This Jagrat Prapancha is also just like a dream. Whoever knows, that person alone really Atmavit, not any other person. Iti iha nischyaha. Here, this is the conclusion. This is the Nishchayaha, declaration. Therefore, where am I? You have to understand. Commentator gives one example. When I am doing all my duties, Dagdha Bijavat, Dagdha Patavat, a cloth burned down, it looks like a cloth, but it doesn't have any stability. It appears as though Dagdha Pata means cloth, Dagdha means burnt down. It just appadiye irukum, but it is not useful. It is not real. Dagdha bijavat, like that we have to remember. Dehadishu tadatmya adhyasa rahitaha ityarthaha. Who is Atmavit? Dehadishu tadatmya adhyasa. The superimposition upon this deha, mind, etc. Tadatmya adhyasa. Identification should not be there. He is called Atmavit. Kurvannapi nalipyate. He will not be tainted in spite of performing any action. Next shloka, number 13. Acharya concludes this. Why I am writing this, all these slokas about Sakshi? Because out of compassion, I feel like to give this as a tonic for everyone. That's why I am writing. Itidamuktam paramartha darshanam maya hi vedanta vinischitam param विमुच्यतेऽस्मिन् यदि निश्चितो भवेत् न लिप्यते व्योम इवेह कर्मभिः. So Shravanena Ajnana Nivrittihi, Mananena Samshaya Nivrittihi, Nididhyasanena Viparyaya Nivrittihi. All gone. Once they go away, iti idam vuktam, iti idam paramartha darshanam maya vuktam. By me, this paramartha darshanam, the reality, the truth about the reality is given here, uktam, taught by me. This alone is finally established in Vedanta Vinishchitam Param. Established in Vedanteshu, in Vedantic scriptures. Vedanta Vinishchita means Vedanteshu, Upanishatsu, Nishchitam, Param, the supreme knowledge, established in the all Upanishads. It's not my Santa Sahityam. This is Phalasruti. By understanding this Atma Swarupam, until now, in these 13 shlokas, whatever you have learnt, Saha Yadi Asmin Nischitaha Bhavet. The listener of Upadesha Sahasri. Yadi, if the listener of Upadesha Sahasri conformed and confounded, established in this above said truth, above mentioned reality, Paramartha Darshanam, Saha Karma Bhihi Na Lipyate. That person is not tainted by the karmas. Abhimana is not there. Kartrutva Abhimana is not there. He is not affected by any type of karma. The karma will not lead to any janma for him in the next coming births won't be there. Karma bhihi na lipyate, na punyam, na papam, na saukhyam, na dukkham, na lipyate. Just like Vyoma iva iha. Just like the Vyoma, the space is not tainted, touched or afflicted by anything, whatever is happening in the Vyoma space. Space is not affected by anything. Like this Jnani also, in spite of remaining in the body, performing the duties, family duties, social duties, without abhimana, ahankara, this person is performing. Therefore, that person is not afflicted by any karmas. They will not touch him. Vyoma iva. Iha, in this body itself, in this janma itself, he attains jivan mukti ityarthaha. Vimuchyate, he will be liberated. He is free from janma, karma, bandha, samsara. Vimuchyate, he is free from sanchita karma, agami karma, even prarabdha karma also. Vyavahara rupa karma, he knows that it is mithya. It will not afflict him. Such a freedom, that mind gets such a freedom, inner leisure, prashanta manas. Like a manasa sarovar. Mind is like a manasa sarovar. I am liberated. I am ever liberated Atma. I am not touched by sanchita agami prarabdha karma. They belong to mithya shariram. Shariram iti mithya, dukkha, shoka, moha, all mithya. They are all only like a drama. This is the Upanishadic teaching, Paramartha Darshanam, given by our Vedantic scriptures. Whoever knows this, that person is free forever. There is no bondage once again. With this, this chapter is over. Now we'll go to the 11th chapter. So, Paramartha Darshana means Drishi Sakshinaha Paramartha Swarupa Darshana. Knowing the real nature of oneself as witness consciousness. I am Sakshi Chaitanyam. Body-mind complex is Sakshyam, witnessed by me. I am the awarer, awareness. Whatever is awared by me is Maya, Mithya, my Shakti, that is, my power. It doesn't have any reality. It is Mithya, unreal. Dagdha Patavat, Dagdha Bijavat. So who am I now finally? Conclusion is what now? I am Sakshi, witness consciousness, objectification. I see the body, mind as an object. Whose mind, body? My own body, mind. I have to see it as an object. Who am I? I am the subject. Since what I see is object, since they are mithya, they are not there, object is not there. Once object is not there really, the subjecthood is real or unreal? Subjecthood is unreal only. I am even not a subject also. From the standpoint of object I have to talk, therefore I have to say myself as subject. And the peru kuda enakku thevai illai. Who am I? I am pure consciousness, pure existence. To say this, I need in the Bombay, this body mind complex is required. So therefore to say thanks to this body, say thank you my dear body, mind, thank you. Because of you only I am enjoying. Electricity is illumining the hall by itself or through the bulb? Through the bulb. Without bulb, electricity onnume vanna mudiyadu. Without fan, electricity cannot give air. With the fan only it can give. That is why this pure consciousness cannot smile. Pure consciousness cannot quarrel. Pure consciousness cannot be angry. Pure consciousness cannot love. Pure consciousness cannot show compassion. Pure consciousness can show love, compassion, all these expression through the body-mind complex. Now this body-mind complex is a curse or a boon? Boon. Clear? It's a boon. Therefore take care of the body. Take care of your mind. As long as you live, enjoy and give this knowledge, if possible, at least to your husband, wife, children, grandchildren, if possible. Share this knowledge. Wonderful knowledge. You have to share. 11th chapter, Ikshitritva Prakaranam. First shloka we will read. Ikshitritvam svata siddham jantunam cha tatonyata ajnanadityatonyatvam sadasiti nivartyate. In this 11th chapter, there are two important topics discussed by Acharya. Prakaranam means a topic. There are totally 16 verses. Previous chapter has got 14 verses, 2 more extra. As the chapter comes, the slokas are increasing. The previous chapters only 3 slokas, 4 slokas, 5 slokas. Slowly Acharya increasing. And the students are becoming so strong enough so they can withstand. What topic is discussed here? Ikshitritvam. Ikshitritvam means sakshitvam is the Vishaya. Ikshitritvam or sakshitva Vishaya Prakaranam. What are the two topics? Number one is Atmanaha Sarva Sakshitvam. Atma alone is the witness consciousness. Sarva Sakshi, the witnesser of everything. Sarvasya Sakshyasya Anatmanaha Sakshi Atma. Sarvasya Anatmanaha Sakshyasya Sakshi. Aham Atma, I am the one who is the witnesser of Jagrat Swapna Sushupti Sutatara Yasam Vijujhumbate. I am the witnesser of Jagrata Avastha, Swapna Avastha, Sushupti Avastha. Therefore, I am the witnesser. I am the witnesser of everything, observer. So, in this topic, there are two principles what we have to understand. First principle is I am the experiencer. I am the observer. What do you mean by Sakshi? I am the observer, experiencer, the subject. I, the subject, the experiencer, can never be experienced. This is the first law in this topic. What is the topic? The topic discussed is Atmanaha Sarva Sakshitvam. In these two principles, I am the witnesser, ever the witnesser, never the witnessed. Or I can say, I am ever the subject observer, never the object observed. This is the first law in this topic. The second law is Dhrig Dhrigeva Sakshi Sakshi Eva. Having understood that the properties of Drishyam, the object properties are not belong to me, this subject. I, the observer, witnesser, is free from the properties of the witnessed object. Important law. I, the observer, never the observed. First law. Second law is the observed object properties are never belong to me, the observer. The properties of object which are witnessed by me belong to the object, not belong to me, the subject. Clear? These are the two law, LAW law. Laws, principles we have to remember in the first topic. Then the second topic discussed here is Kevala Gnanena Mokshaha. That is the second topic. Kevala Gnanena Mokshaha. Now I would like to give the background of this. I am the Sakshi. I am not touched by properties. About that we have to understand little bit. I am Sakshi, witnesser. Witnesser of what? Whatever is in front of me. I am the witnesser of world. Nice. I am the witnesser of the world. I am the witnesser of the body also. I am the witnesser of my mind also. Since mind, body, world is witnessed by me, they all come under objective field. Mind is also an object, body is also an object, and world is also object. We can say easily clip is object, pot is object, watch is object, everything object we say. But it is difficult to say this body is object. How to bring this body is also into the field of this world, objective world. Whatever is experienced by me is different from me. I experience this pot is different from me. Therefore, I am not the pot. The pot, smallness, bigness does not belong to me. I have a hand purse, money purse. I objectify that purse. Bulky purse, empty purse. These are the properties of the purse. Money purse has got only two properties. Money purse has got only two properties. What are those two properties? Either bulky purse having full of money, first week of the month, purse is so bulky. Fourth week of the month, purse is empty. Since I am new example, okay, month end purse weak aayirukkum. So the bulkiness of the purse, emptiness of the purse belong to the purse because I am watching the purse. I am the sakshi, that is sakshyam. Its properties are not belong to me. Like that, money purse, this body also, vyadhi, jara, marana properties. Body has got old age, disease, death. They are the properties of this body. Since I experience the body comes under sakshyam, witnessed object, observed object. I am sakshi, witnesser. Are you witnessing your body or not? Are you observing your body or not? Yes. That is the first law. Observer is different from the observed. Since I observe the body is different from me. Body is sakshyam, I am sakshi. This is the first law. The properties of the body, old age, body has got one property of the body. Disease, another property of the body. Death, another property of the body. Decay, declension, another property of the body. Are they belong to me? No, it cannot. They belong only to the body. Therefore, is it necessary to be afraid of old age? Old age belongs to the body. Other objects, they have declension and problem. But body is a little bit closer. That is why body death is not a problem. Body disease is not a problem. Body old age is no problem. But body old age is taking as my old age. Body disease taking as my disease. Body death taking as my death. Instead of saying this body which is saksham is going to die, instead of saying that, what I say? I am going to die. Instead of saying body is suffering with sugar problem, body is suffering with back problem, body is suffering with throat problem, I say what? I am suffering. Really, what should I say? Body is suffering. So I have to treat the body whatever necessary way I have to treat. So body death is not my death. Body disease is not my disease. Body old age is not my old age. I am watching them. They are changing. Youth, old age, declension. That all I am seeing. Therefore, disidentify. Sakshi bhavena saksham drishyameva natu drik. Aham drik, the subject, body is drishyam. Vishvam darpana drishyamana nagari tulyam nijantargatam pashyannatmani mayaya bahirivo bhutam yatha nidraya. So just like body, mind, objective world, even your mind is also. The mind is much more closer to me, the Atma. The mind problems, depression, oppression, suppression, all shun, you have to shun mentally. They are bound to be there. Mind cannot be uniformly same all the time. Mind fluctuate. You are the witnesser of fluctuating mind. Once mind thinks very so nobly it thinks, noble way it thinks. Same mind thinks so mean way it thinks badly. Even our own thinking it comes, சி இப்படியா, இந்த மாதிரி தாட்டா வேண்டா. Mind gets, even you cannot withstand such a thinking. You have not planned to think that way, just it happens. Therefore, when good noble thoughts are coming, I need not have elation. When bad thoughts are coming about my own dear and near, bad thought comes, I should not feel bad. They are all coming where? In the objective mind. Without your plan they come. I need not feel bad. I need not nourish those thoughts. That's all. Why these thoughts are coming? Why these thoughts are coming? You need not feel bad. If they are coming, watch them like a third person. Oh, வந்துட்டியா, ஓ இந்த மாதிரி வாசனை கூட இருக்கா, அப்படி சொல்லணும். You have to address your mind. Oh, these type of evil thoughts are there in the form of vasana. That's why they are coming out now. Watch like a third person. They will not disturb you. Just they rise and they go away. You know that good thoughts, bad thoughts, you are watching. You are a sakshi. You are not identifying with the good thought mind and bad thoughts mind. A mind in which good thoughts are coming, I love that mind. A mind in which bad thoughts are coming, I hate that mind. No, neither both. I never love this mind also, I never hate that mind also. Because they are always fluctuating. Honey, honey, honey. அப்புறம் sheni, sheni, sheni. First honey, then sheni. I never thought my husband talked like this. I never thought my wife talked like this. All these are in Maya, body-mind complex. They are bound to happen. Because of some prarabdha, some vasanas, unknown vasanas of pure janmas, they come out. Just watch a nice movie. Nice movie. Available free of cost. Ticket வாங்க வேண்டிய அவசியம் இல்லை. Personal, not together, all together not seeing. This is for me alone available. அந்த டிவி என்ன எல்லாரும் சேர்ந்து உட்கார்ந்து பார்க்கணும். இந்த டிவி நான் மட்டும்தான் பார்ப்பேன். Including my dearest husband also do not know. I only can see this movie. Personally, very very important person, I alone can go. No second entry. இப்படிப்பட்ட மூவி எங்கே கிடைக்கும்? Where it is available? Why can't I convert this world, body, mind, entire objective, 3 components, watch them. This is called distancing the anatma. சாட்சி பாவேன ஈக்ஷித்ருத்வம், பார்க்கறது, பார்ப்பவன் அர்த்தம். பார்ப்பவன் யாரு? நான் தான் பார்ப்பவன். பார்ப்பவன் என்ன பார்க்கிறேன்? I am seeing my own mind drama. I am seeing my own body, its fluctuations. I am only seeing another body, this body, relations. I am seeing. Am I not Sakshi? Every minute I am a Sakshi. Druk eva nat drishyam. Never the drishyam, ever the drik. Ever the seer, never the seen. This objectification, if it comes, you are fortunate. Otherwise, you become one with that role and roll away. When you are seeing this drama personally, you are seeing your own mind, your own body. That is why sometimes you say, யாருக்கு சொல்லிக்க முடியல சுவாமினி, என்னோட மனசுக்குள்ள இருக்கிற அந்த பாதை or something I want to share. Nobody is understanding. Who can understand? You only can understand. You only can understand. Nobody can understand. Impossible. Are you able to understand others? You cannot. Impossible. Some extent you try to explain, but exactly whatever way you want others to understand, they cannot understand. They understand in other way around. அது வேற ப்ராப்ளம். சொல்லாமல் இருக்கிறது நல்லதுதான்னு தோணும் ஒரு வாட்டி. அனவசியமா சொல்லிட்டேனேன்னா நம்ம ஏதோ சொல்லி அவன் நினைச்சு அந்த விநாயகர் பண்ணணும்னு நினைச்சானா குரங்காயிடுதான். I thought of doing Vinayakar, but it came out like a monkey. Sometimes really you think you want to communicate something to others, and so that that person will understand in a proper manner that what way you want him to understand. But you see 99.9% they understand opposite way. What way you want, they understand opposite way. அப்பா இவனுக்கு சொல்லாமல் இருக்கிறது தான் நல்லதுன்னு தோணும். சொன்னதுக்கு அப்புறம் another extra problem நமக்கு. But that is why a wise person drop to share with others also. What to share? With whom to share? Who can understand? Because that mind has got limitations. It thinks in its own way. This mind thinks in its own way. Anatma never be same. They are different. My own mind, morning is different, evening is different. How our husband can understand this mind, that mind? How can they understand? Impossible. That's why after 35 years, 40 years also, அவர்தான் இந்த அம்மா இவன்தான் சேரவே சேராது, புரிஞ்சிக்கவே மாட்டேயே சொல்லுவார் அவர். இந்த அம்மா கூட அப்படித்தான் சொல்லுவார், நீங்க புரிஞ்சிக்க மாட்டேன்னா. இது முடியாத காரியம், புரிஞ்சிக்கவே முடியாது. என்னதான் பண்ணதுன்னா அதெல்லாம் அனாத்மானி சொல்லி விடு. Leave it as it is. Why you want to adjust? Anatma, mithya, manasu, shariram, all relations born to this mithya sharirams are also unreal. Why we are struggling? Why we are spending so much energy? If you stop this struggle, you become a great tapasvi, I will tell you. Our energy is drained. Our energy faculties all are drained because we are spending our time for anatma, thinking about anatma, trying to adjust anatma, trying to pacify anatma. This anatma body mind complex we are trying to pacify, and related to this anatma, another anatma we want to pacify, and our time, energy is going on and on and on, weeks, months, years, decades. But our rishis, tapasvis, recognized this fact. They have never allowed their energy to go for anatma adjustment. I used to think how they became great tapasvis, how they used to get such a knowledge, how they used to get that a power. Then I come to know, this is all my personal analysis, because they have never spent time for anatma. They have never wasted their energy for anatma. Anatma thinking, anatma body mind complex thinking, and thinking about others, they never give time for that. Because of that, not wasting their energy, they are preserving their energy that is converted into such a power they used to get knowledge, revelations, highest knowledge, unbeatable knowledge, unnegatable knowledge, the fact, the truth, the power, the sankalpa, the balam, the manoshakti, everything they have got because they have saved their energy. We have wasted our energy, they have saved their energy. How they have saved? Because they lived according to Shastra. That's why they are guided by Shastra. That Shastra protected them. If we would have studied Shastra at early age and lived according to Shastra, we also can become such a great tapasvis. No doubt. Now also it is not too late. Now also you can. This is my thesis. This is my thesis. I strongly believe in this thesis. How our people are so great because of this. Never give time, energy for unnecessary anatma, body-mind complex. Use it, body-mind, as an object of one of the object in the world. Make use of it in a better way and go for inner travel. This is called inner travel. Antaryatra. This is called Antaryatra. I consider this Antaryatra. You alone to alone, all alone. Be strong, be bold. You are the master of this universe. You are the substratum, you are powerful. This is called Atma Balam. In front of Atma Balam, Mano Balam, Sharira Balam is nothing. Therefore, Atma Balam is the Balam. When I can know this, I am Sakshi, ever the Sakshi, never the Saksham. Saksham is under my control. It has got its fluctuations, it has got its defects, it has got its modifications. I watch them like a third person, never affected by them, never afflicted by them. That's what he says in the first shloka. We will see the meaning of the first shloka in the next class. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.